I am Trent, and this is Carter. He's snacking on some chips. What do you got to say, Carter?
Well, they're pretty good. They are better made.
Oh,
Sweet barbecue flavored potato chips.
sweet barbecue flavored potato
It's one of
chips.
the best.
Hey, I think the audience needs to hear a proper crunch. So bring your microphone up to the bag, and I'll crunch the bag in it.
Okay.
That should do the trick.
Oh, fuck. I've already organismed 5 times. Just from the bag.
Just from the bag. What do you think the audience is going to do? You're all going to crash your
I
cars.
don't want to know. I'm nervous.
You're going to jizz and you're going to crash your cars.
Oh, my
And
God.
ladies, you're going to not jizz, I would hope.
There's 0 women that are watching this because, well, we... Oh,
Not true. Not true. There's someone at work I know
Really?
who is a female who has listened to
fair
just
enough.
a little bit of our podcast.
She likes it?
She said it was pretty funny, actually.
That's great.
Yeah.
I just feel like some of her topics are exclusionary.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Big
Yeah.
time. It's fun, though.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't feel excluded. Just join in, even if you feel incredibly disrespected.
And join the fun. And hey, feel free to disrespect us along the way.
Yeah, we make fun of ourselves a lot. This is all
Because
self-deprecating.
you're gonna be sure we're just gonna double down. I will risk everything on just making you look like an ass.
Listen here. I have nothing left to lose. Please, give us a shot.
I am a man quickly approaching his 30s. I've got nothing left but gray hair.
There's nothing to lose. Please. I've already found the gray hair. It scares me. Time is moving quickly.
The time to strike is now.
Yes.
Yes, Bet Dad.
Bet Dad. Bet Dad. I bet Dad. The kids. Why aren't they asleep yet? They should have fallen asleep hours ago.
They should have. I don't understand.
What's that, sweetie? You want a cheese stick at midnight? You can have one in the morning.
Sorry, I didn't laugh like a Bat Dad would have. I'm really not sure how. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
Fighting crime all day in a rubber suit. Really seals in the flavor.
College humor.
Oh, excuse me? Yes, it is
You
college
do
humor.
that too?
I did.
Hey, whatever, man.
I
Whatever
forget.
works.
They can listen to whatever they want. If they don't like it, just turn it off.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
You know, that's not for you.
It's not for you. It's not for you. It's not for you.
If you're still listening now, this is for you.
This is
You've
for
officially
you.
crossed the threshold from, I don't know what this is, but I'm listening to I'm invested.
Yeah,
It's a fine line, but you're there. So
you
let's-
are. You walk the fine line, just
Let's-
like us.
Let's crack on with it. We walk the fine line every day. We don't know the horrible shit we're going to say.
No, we have
It just
no idea.
slips out, and then we roll with it.
Listen, I have said some horrifying things in my past. I mean, just
I know.
true.
Oh, man. Ooh.
Oh man, let's not talk about those doozies in such a public place. You guys would literally try and find me and hang me.
Ah, jeez. Isn't hanging outlawed now?
In some places, yes.
Some places?
Wait, no, hanging. Yeah, they don't do hanging anywhere.
Hold
There's
on.
still a few states that do firing squad, though.
God damn, that is just brutal.
I think Washington is one of them, or something like that.
Firing
Sure.
squad?
Yeah, or
Really?
yeah. I'm not even joking. There's
Of all
like
the ways
2 or
to-
3 states.
Of all the ways to fuck off, when you want to get
Firing squad. Why not?
shot multiple times, it just seems a little cruel. It depends what you did, I guess, you know.
Yeah. Or are you looking it up?
I'm trying to see if hanging is legal in the U.S.
I don't think it is, if I remember correctly.
Hanging was a legal method of execution in the United States until 1972, when the Supreme Court ruled that capital punishment violated the Eighth Amendment. However, hanging is now only legal in one state.
What?
Yes,
What state?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Why New Hampshire?
Didn't something historical happen in New Hampshire?
I'm sure many historical things happen in New Hampshire. Did New Hampshire have, like, history and shit?
I don't know.
Yes.
Is it like one of those boring states like Kansas? Sorry
Can-
if you live in
Hold
Kansas.
on. Kansas is a landlocked state,
Whoa.
filled with hostile winds and fields.
Well, and they sure got a lot of them, don't they?
They do.
What's another landlocked state? Just name one. Why
There's
not?
a lot of them.
I know. Just
Utah.
Utah? Nebraska was one that came to my mind.
Nebraska. Yeah.
Nebraska, India. Nebraska, India. Oh, my. Will that be coming out in post?
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
Okay. We're just rolling with it. We just make the podcast sound better. We leave everything in.
Threshold.
There is no threshold.
No. The only threshold is what we deem in our minds to be socially acceptable. And I feel bad saying it, but man, I don't think I have a very good gauge.
Me
what is
neither.
acceptable to say and not say.
No. My filter's broken. Either that or it was never there in the first place.
See, with my social norms, sometimes I do things that may seem inappropriate or rude given certain contexts.
Did you just define yourself as autistic?
Hmm?
Isn't that the definition of autism? Or one of the many?
I don't know. I don't think I'm autistic.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if a doctor was like, yeah, you're autistic. Not talking me.
I'll say
Not
it
you,
wouldn't
but
surprise me. Well,
I'd be
my
like,
job
yeah?
is working with autistic children, so.
Oh. So you would definitely know.
Well,
But you did not know. Why
No.
is this?
well, the thing is
Sorry.
with autism, right? A lot of people have the stigma that it's just like, oh, they're autistic, so they're this way. But really, there's a lot of different ways.
Mm.
No person with autism is exactly identical to another. They're all very unique. Each case of autism is very different. They manifest differently. They act differently.
That is true.
They just require different skill sets. Yeah,
Which you seem to have, my friend.
sometimes. Depends on the day.
I guess that's fair. Kind of like that with me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, actually. I guess I
Oh.
got to be on my game. Like,
Oh, well, if you mess up in some way, the person dies
Mm.
or is in pain.
oh, well,
Mine doesn't do that.
yeah. What would you do that would mess up? What would be messed up? Like saying the wrong thing,
Well,
doing the wrong
Just
thing?
not responding to situations the way that I'm supposed to.
Oh, okay.
I've been trained to remain very calm and to have a really my voice. You know, you don't want to seem you can express emotions and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
but in certain situations, it's just coming at it from an angle of empathy
Mm.
and not judgment.
That's deep. That gives one something to think about.
I'm glad.
Hmm.
These chips are really good.
You mind if I have a couple?
No,
Yeah,
they're better made.
I'll just stick my hand in there. You know, you guys can hear it on my mic.
It's no. There you go. Yeah. So technically,
You guys
this
get
is our fourth podcast, but technically fifth.
Yeah, let's talk about that
Let's talk about that after you finish crunching, after those potato granules melt on your tongue.
Those are
And a-
really good, and I
and a
usually
satisfying-
don't like barbecue chips.
I know these are sweet by Beckwith.
I love sweet.
Oh.
Sorry, I love sweet Beckwith.
You like sweet cough cough?
Sweet. The Sims.
The Sims. Oh yeah, that was fun. The The Sims 3. On one of the TVs, I guess one of the
This
Sims.
episode is pretty unhinged so far.
Yeah, it is. One of the just fuck it. The last one we tried hard on and it didn't work out, so we're just gonna.
What? No, it worked out. I like that episode.
Well, no, it worked.
Mm.
The episode, but we couldn't upload it because there was an issue with the audio. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, we were, weren't we?
We were about to, but you were still crunching and munching on these fucking chips, dude.
Maybe I should grab another handful before we start talking.
Yeah. Would that help you to articulate your side of this?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it. You start.
Me? Okay. Okay, well, so about a week or so ago, we did indeed record the fourth episode of our podcast.
The 4.
Okay, yes. With new mics, which you're hearing today. We
Mhm.
discussed that then, but we'll talk about it now for a second. We
Mhm.
we have a new setup. We have actual mics
Mhm.
of very high quality that we're using for this. We used them in the last one, but
And we were not
Don't
able
you-
to upload it because,
no. Explain why.
well, several things went wrong. We learned the definition or rather the difference between omnidirectional microphones and unidirectional microphones.
Mm-hmm.
The microphone that we were using last time was omnidirectional, as it was a desktop microphone.
Yes.
Picks up sounds from all directions.
Yep.
These ones are unidirectional, and we did a really bad job of keeping our microphones pointed at both of us at the same time.
Yeah, and during recording, we actually tracked it to one audio source instead of both of them separately.
So there was no way to separate it.
It coalesced into a big fucking echo chamber.
Yeah, everything was echoed.
Of nonsensical
I was echoed.
bullshit.
Carter was echoed. I tried several things to attempt to fix it. I ended up fixing it, but the audio sounded horrible, so we just had to redo it. There's no way. We actually did upload an episode, and it was published for a little bit until I listened to it, which, granted, that was a mistake. I should have listened to it the second it was uploaded.
And the audio quality was a little low. But you guys
low.
You guys can let us know. If you still want to hear it, even though it's low quality and fucked up, we can post it, because it's an hour of quality content from yours truly.
It really is. You just have to suffer through the echo, and I'm sorry about that.
If you're willing to do that, you will be pleased.
You will. Great quality content. Maybe I'll upload it in I think I can do seasons. So this can be season, but
season
I can name
1.
them. So this could be.
If I had to, if I had to equate this to any certain situation, it'd be like going to an ice cream shop, like a nice mom and pop ice cream shop. They make good shit, but they give you the wrong flavor. It's not exactly what you wanted, but it still tastes really good.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe the 4th episode with all of its faults.
Yeah. And boy, there are a lot of them. But don't you worry. We've done a test sample, and the audio sounds great.
This one sounds good.
Yeah. This one is really gonna hit the nail on the head.
Oh God, I hope so.
Oh God, I hope so. Hey, you know what would be fun, since this is a unidirectional microphone? Just talk like this.
So
just keep
from
going.
now on, we're going to be gyrating our heads maniacally away from and towards the mic when we feel.
So you know what that's gonna do? It's gonna create like a pitch change. So it's gonna not pitch change, but
get a better idea. Double whammy. We move the mics as well.
Whoa!
While the heads are turning, and yearning for movement, the mic is also circling away from the mouth of the speaker, thus making the podcast less legible. Is this what we want?
This is exactly what... You guys are going to hear that bit too. That's going to be incredible. I can't wait for you to listen to it. I can't wait for me to listen to it.
I can't wait to hear it in post.
Do you want to hear my beard hair against the mic? Do you guys want to hear that?
Do I hear the scratching of my nasty fucking hairs against the new mic?
Yeah.
You hear that?
Well, that took a weirdly sexual turn.
Oh, God.
I can't wait to hear what that sounds like. I really can't.
I know. Oh, man. All right, well,
God.
So yeah.
A little bit of wetness, too, you know?
A little bit. You got to smack the lipstick.
Yeah, you do.
The full effect.
Yeah, the apple.
Yes.
Fuck.
McDonald.
Let's talk about McDonald for a second. A lot of controversy around McDonald's these days. Actually,
really?
No, there's not.
Only thing I hear about is that $5 meal deal. It's an excellent deal.
Not only do you get a burger. McDonald's? Oh, I'm sorry. You were still talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not only do you get a delicious burger with cheese and whatever toppings you'd like, you get nuggets as well, a fry, and a drink. All for $5.
And a drink?
For $5.
That's unheard of these days.
It's better than the 4 for $4 at Wendy's. Almost.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Well, it's because overall McDonald's...
Yeah, but they're giving you another item for another $1. So they're still giving you more, but you have to give more too.
This might be a controversial
opinion. Economics work.
I call Wendy's spendies.
Spendies.
In the last few years, they've gotten very expensive.
They have gotten very expensive, and their quality has not increased.
I feel like the quality, in fact, has kind of dropped.
And where's the grilled chicken sandwich, Wendy's?
Where is it?
No, they got rid of it.
One time I got it. I was confused.
You got the chicken Caesar, the grilled chicken Caesar wrap.
I was confused by the grilled chicken sandwich when I first got it. Because number one, they switched the lettuce for like this arugula bullshit.
What?
And then they switched the mayonnaise for mustard. And I'm like, I don't want either of those things. I know you're trying to make it healthy, but by God, you're just making a disgusting sandwich.
I pick most of that stuff off anyway.
Yeah.
Scrape off some of the extra mayo.
Listen, I used to weigh a lot more than I do now, but
I didn't.
I still don't eat healthy. I still don't eat healthy. I don't want to. My life is very content with eating food that tastes good, and I'm not ever going to stop eating things that taste good.
And you are a good man for doing so. And you have a secret.
I like a cup of my secret.
Yeah. How do you stay so thin and eat whatever the hell you want?
You just eat less of it. You know.
That's
my main
not the
thing was
we want to hear.
I used to eat like a pound of tater tots a day. I would deep fry everything, and I would drink nearly an entire 2 liter of soda every day. Now, if I drink soda at all, it's a glass every couple of days, and it's 0 calories. I drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
If I eat food, it will be unhealthy, but I'll eat it in smaller quantities than I used to.
Ladies and gentlemen, he eats no healthy food. Listen to this.
Really don't.
He doesn't. He really doesn't. He gets McDonald's like 17 times
it's fucking ridiculous. I love McDonald's so much, and I know it's unhealthy, and I know it's going to kill me, but goddamn, that quarter pounder hits different.
Does Ronald McDonald ever put a smile on my face?
Oh, man. That creepy-ass clown with his plastic smile stretched across his open face.
That's like John Wayne Gacy, but of food.
John Wayne Gacy, except he's...
yeah, he had the clown thing, right?
He did, except he showed an affinity for, well, you know, small children.
Well, yeah.
Ronald McDonald, I mean...
shares a different affinity for small children.
I think he does it more so in a playful way.
He does. He wants to plow their face full of food and pat them on the back.
He wants to plow a different hole. Oh. He wants to put a different thing in a different hole. Okay?
There's an affinity for children and food there.
Yeah. It's a double whammy.
Yeah, he's got 2 addictions.
This is really bad.
This really went off the rail. We may have to get rid of that part.
That's too good. So the question is, how do we pivot? How do we pivot? How does such an inappropriate conversation?
How do we do a complete 180?
Okay. Well, we talk about some things that have happened. We have to pretend as though the last podcast didn't happen because they don't know about it.
Exactly.
It didn't get uploaded. So really, the last podcast that these people would have known about was just after Christmas or just after New Year's.
Yeah, unless they decide to go ahead and listen to it.
So what are some things that have happened?
Because I think we should upload it. But anyway.
I think we should.
Yeah.
What are some things that have happened between January 1st and January 30th, which is today?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have elected our second orange president. He is the same guy from the first time.
It's the same orange president, just again. Repackaged. Donald Trump, remastered. Originally released in 2017, he's been remastered for a new generation of players in 2025. And by golly, you can see every pore, every wrinkle, every spray tan. It's all noticeable.
A lot of layers that haven't come off yet.
There's a lot of layers. Believe me, all this orange is still caked on from many years ago. The best people tell me that this orange should stay. This is my best orange.
Onions.
They've got layers of orange. And
layers of orange.
Or some other things. What other things does he have layers of? Fat?
Fat? Yeah, there's some fat in there.
Hair, although less layers now. He seems a bit thinning.
All the Mickey D's he could ever want.
Some McDonald's. The Diet Coke button. Ladies and gentlemen, the Diet Coke button has returned to the Oval Office.
Wait, what? The Diet Coke button?
Yeah.
What's that?
In Trump's first term, he had a button on the Resolute desk. When he clicked it, it would call for someone to bring him a Diet Coke at will. It's been returned.
That's kind of incredible, though, isn't it?
It kind of is.
But
I just wish it was any other guy.
I understand. I get it.
If it was any other person.
Like if it was, like Obama or something.
Obama?
Like that. But I just can't imagine him having a button. I got to think of someone else who would have had a button, right?
You could see Kamala Harris drinking a Diet Coke.
I could see that. But could I see her slamming her hand down on a button for one?
No.
I can't. I'm trying to think of that guy.
I could see her cackling and asking for, like, a martini or
I can see-
cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
More like you smack it. I need my cosmopolitan.
I need my cosmopolitan.
Oh, God.
I love it.
So,
No, were you going to say something? Are you holding back the thought?
I don't know. Because, like, I don't want this to be political.
No,
I don't want it to be overly.
No, yeah.
But obviously, I have feelings towards things.
Yeah. We can talk about. We can do a quick little feeling sesh.
Should we discuss briefly what the hell happened and why we're in the situation we are?
Well, I mean, so this can get kind of dicey. I don't like
A bit dicey.
a little just because of like I don't want to alienate too many people.
I don't either.
But I mean,
I don't hate anyone for how they voted or what they do.
right. That
A difference of opinion is fine,
mm-hmm.
so long as you're peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But,
Understood.
I don't know, I guess I was baffled when it all went down. I thought it was certain.
I think everyone did.
I thought that last. We thought the exact same goddamn thing in 2016.
We did.
She's going to win. There's no way this guy's going to win.
Yeah. And then it just, the whole
happened.
Night. Yeah.
I was so happy because I came home from work feeling this nervous excitement, butterflies in my stomach. I brought home this delicious goddamn McDonald's, chowing down on this greasy shit, thinking that my night would be complete. But really all the McDonald's did was fill the inevitable deafening hole that I experienced later on in the evening.
Mm-hmm. I think I was at work that night.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people there who were happy and a lot of people who were upset.
At your job?
Yes.
So it was like an even mix, or was it lopsided?
It was fairly even.
Yeah.
I work with a lot of young people, a lot of...
They're probably more common, aren't they?
A lot of, like college-age students. You know, not everyone, but I would say overall, it's an even mix there.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked Kamala Harris. I just thought a couple of things they did wrong. They tried to stay too close to Joe Biden. He's very unlikable. People didn't really like him that much.
Well, there's just nothing really special or interesting about him.
He's just an old white guy.
Yeah.
Who's president.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine, but I think we needed to move on, and she needed to do more to prove that she was going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't. So here we are. We got the other old white guy.
We did get the other old white guy, but hey, he's got one sweet toupee. But it's real, isn't it?
It is real.
Oh.
You can tell it's real because it's thinning.
Yeah. It does look a little bit thinner from his first go-around.
Well, it's because he's fucking 80 years old.
That is true. He is, 80 years old.
His VP is half his age.
Oh, yeah.
Literally. J.D. Vance is 40.
Oh, yeah,
he just turned 40.
Damn.
Yeah.
Seriously?
He's a millennial.
Holy crap.
Still an asshole, but he's a millennial.
You know, I don't really know much about him.
He's not likable.
I kind of watched that debate and I didn't really like him.
I really liked Tim Walz. He was a cool guy. I wished he seemed like, even if you don't agree with what he's saying, he seemed like a real person at the very least, you know?
Yeah. I didn't like the part where Vance, you know, I don't know, he tried doing that whole politician
the whole kids thing?
Yeah, the kids thing where he was like, and I hope like they're in bed.
Three beautiful children, and I hope they're in bed right now.
Yeah, pointed at the camera and gave us like this robotic like smile.
It's supposed to be funny, but man, it just felt so forced.
It was very forced. I mean, that's kind of the stereotypical thing, right? You go up on stage and you're like, and I hope they're in bed. Like that has happened so many other times.
He was just a stock standard politician.
Oh yeah, he was. But I don't know anything about him. I really don't. I can't think of anything.
No. I know that he has a coif. He's got a cool coif comb over.
He does.
Comes to the side. He has facial hair.
He does.
Which is kind of, hasn't been seen in a vice president or president in like almost 100 years.
So we got some hair diversity. That's cool.
I think the last time a president had any facial hair, honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, was Theodore Roosevelt. He was president from 1901 to 1909,
Hmm.
I think. Like 120 years it's been since we've had a
I do know.
a hair-strengthened candidate.
A hair-strengthened candidate. All right.
Well,
So do we have to give him props for that at least?
I guess he has a nice beard. It's groomed well. I don't like the guy, but I like facial hair, and it's cool that he has it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I can say.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, what are some other things?
Oh.
Other things that have happened outside of politics.
Oh, I know what he's going to say.
You
Switch
do?
2.
The Switch 2 was officially unveiled. And by golly, I guessed it was going to be unveiled on January 17th. Did I not?
You did.
When was it revealed?
It was the 18th, right? Or no, the 16th. Yeah.
So 1 day prior.
Yeah.
I failed. But I was very close.
You came extremely close.
So I was happy. It didn't feel exactly how I thought it would. I thought they were going to really dig into the nitty-gritty of this bitch. But they just kind of said, yeah, all those leaks you've seen in Switch 2 over the past month or so? They were true. Now, can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Because we got other stuff to do.
It wasn't really a proper reveal, was it?
No, it was just like, yeah, we already know you know this. Just look at it and go the fuck away.
It was just them confirming it, essentially.
It was lip service. It was an official confirmation. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It was just them confirming that all the things we've seen were real.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have to wait until April to see more.
We do?
Yeah.
We do. Mm-hmm.
My guess is it will be released in June.
Oh, you want to pin a date on it this time?
Nervous too?
I get that.
I'll think about that.
Okay.
I'll think about it. I'll dig deeper.
Okay.
See if I can think of the right date.
There's time, you know.
There's time.
There's time.
There's many months to go.
You just can't go back on it. You can't be like,
I want to dream of it, motherfucker.
I don't know what I was going to say, but whatever.
I don't either. What?
I don't understand.
Oh, they wouldn't do that though, would they?
Boy.
I don't know. If it releases in June, they could release it on the 10th, which is a Tuesday, which is when a lot of games and other gaming-related products are usually launched, or they could release it on the 13th, which is Friday.
Oh.
You think they'd go for a Friday the 13th launch of the Switch 2?
I don't know.
You know what's interesting about it?
Something interesting with it, though.
They could. The thing is, with Nintendo, their longest lasting console ever was the Wii, which was from November 2006 to November of 2012. Was 6 years.
Okay.
The Switch, if it were to be released in June of this year, it will have been nearly 8.5 years between the Switch and the Switch 2, which would be by far their longest console generation.
You know what I've kind of noticed?
By many years. What?
It's kind of interesting. Like, I feel like as tech speeds up, right? Our knowledge
Generations
and
lengthen?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because...
Is it because it's more capable for a longer period of time, or?
I think that's part of it, but I also think it's because in order to sell a next generation, there needs to be a clear and substantial improvement. And since the pace of technological advancement is slowing down, it takes longer for those leaps to happen.
Right.
So instead of before, where you could have a real next-gen leap in 3 to 4 years, now it takes 8, 9, 10 years for the same thing to happen, because technology nowadays is just so capable.
It is, yeah.
You know, even like low-end to mid-range. Like the Series X and the PS5 are probably low-end, mid-range hardware at this point, but they're still fucking incredible.
Yeah, they are.
They are. You know, I mean,
yeah.
I couldn't think of something that I would need from PlayStation 6 that the PS5 can't do. I can't pin one thing down. You know?
Yeah.
Better performance, obviously, but other than that, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Blue Shoe.
What game was that from?
That was My Sims Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
On the Wii, which was recently remastered for the Switch.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Remember we got stuck on the robot stage and we never did anything after that?
Yeah, that's because I'm almost
positive. Put apart.
It was glitched or something. Something was wrong.
We had to stick pieces of his rocket together or whatever.
Yes.
To go to the next place. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, it was bullshit. Why couldn't he was a robot. Why couldn't he put together his own spaceship? He knew it.
Yeah.
He's probably forced to do it in a factory.
He's probably more capable than any of the people there anyway. Right?
Yeah. He's just walking around like a bum, waiting for other people to put together his immaculate spacecraft. What a dick.
I'm just going to stand here and let the meat puppets do it. I almost said meat socket.
Meat socket? That's a fun word for a human.
I don't
Salutations, meat socket. How can I assist you? You can start by not calling me a goddamn meat socket. I have a name.
Very well, pudgy human.
Very well.
Very well.
And I'm not putting together your spacecraft because I know for a fact you can do it yourself.
I can end you, human.
I can end you. Listen, all I'm saying is
exist because we allow it. You will end because we demand it. Oh, sovereign. What a self-absorbed, egotistical
His name
spaceship.
His name is Sovereign.
Yeah.
He literally claimed himself to be like ruler or whatever of some shit.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It seemed that way. He was the spokesperson for this group of intergalactic interlopers.
Dickheads, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mass Effect, we love you. I love you, at least. I don't care what anyone else says.
Oh, Mass Effect, I love you. I love you.
Bend over.
Bend over and I'll show you.
Why don't you bend over, meat socket?
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that.
I wasn't talking to you. Bend over and I'll show you.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. You guys like that tongue flicking?
It's not bad. I am.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
what other things have happened?
Can you think of any?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's just nothing specific that really happened between, January and now, but just
still January. Just the end.
Early January and end January. Yeah, we literally have, today the 29th?
30th.
30th.
We have today and tomorrow, and then it's February.
Right. So, between the beginning of January and now, okay. We have seen, I just said, just not so much like a leap in the, what am I trying to say? Like, in how AI has progressed.
AI.
But I have noticed that a lot of people just are not really buying the whole AI thing. They don't really buy into it.
Well,
and I get it. I really do.
I think it comes mostly from fear of what may happen when AI becomes more advanced than it currently is.
And I get that. And that's what I was going to start,
I think it's less about
towing there.
Yeah. It's less about the technological advancement of AI itself and more about the mode in which it's delivered.
And that's true. That's true. But
different products.
Yeah. And there's a lot of different AI companies out there right now. And I dare to call it the great AI arms race, Yeah,
it's kind of like the Wild West.
Yeah.
It's like when video games first started in the 70s.
Yeah.
It was this, every person who thought they could put together some sort of console did it. Let's make Pong, but make it like a little bit different. This time the pieces are colored. This time it keeps track of the number of times you've hit the little square that's supposed to be a ball. This time it makes fun sounds. And this time it barely works. That's just how technology was back then. And now with AI, we're kind of at a point where like each one is trying to do its own thing. What I think is going to happen is kind of like how streaming services came about. Eventually, it's like a bunch of little branch offs of independent makers of this shit.
Right.
It's going to coalesce. It's like a larger kind of in-house artificial intelligence thing before the technology matures again, then branches off with different developers.
Yeah, I can see that. Right now we're seeing quite the explosion of some open source AI. And I don't want to say unfortunately, but, a lot of those open source AI projects or startups are coming from, China and Chinese companies or Chinese-backed companies at least.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of weariness around there. I mean, I don't have anything, specific to say about like the AI model performance, but I have been, playing around with more controversial one recently called DeepSeek. It is a phenomenal model, but I'll admit I don't know what it's doing behind the scenes, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't either. I haven't used it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
very minimalistic. It looks like it kind of has a ChatGPT UI vibe, which a lot of them kind of have that same, vibe because that's what ChatGPT came up with. They were kind of the first ones to break into this territory, and then everyone else is.
Yeah, they were.
OpenAI. Sorry, not ChatGPT.
Everyone followed after OpenAI.
Yeah. I think open source, though, is going to be the way to go. And I'm actually kind of happy with the way that, not that I like Mark Zuckerberg or Meta, but the way that they're doing it with their models being open source. I think Llama 3.1 right now is one of the higher ranking models in terms of performance.
DeepSeek is open source too.
DeepSeek is open source, and that's kind of what
ChatGPT isn't open source.
No, they're closed. Yeah. So we were seeing a battle between like open source AI and I guess I don't think the term is closed source, but proprietary, yeah, or enterprise maybe, yeah.
Where it's like it has a specific purpose. If you kind of move beyond that, if you try to do certain things, it'll close you out.
If you want to find if you want to find a repository for AI models, there's a website called Hugging Face, like hugging, HUGGING, and then face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but there's a large amount of open source AI models out there that you can run locally on your machine.
I mean, ChatGPT is great, but the one thing it can't do, it cannot create an image of a 3-assholed alien fingering itself.
It cannot, no.
Triply so.
Those would have to be really long, flexible fingers. So what would it be, like one on the back side, one on the left, and the one on the right?
I was thinking like more of like I don't know.
Or like a 1-2 but 3 branches. So like in the crack, there's like 3 holes, right?
I said the 3 assholes are like right next to each other.
Like horizontally or vertically, like lined up?
Like horizontally, right?
Oh, okay.
And it's just got these 3 long fingers with a little bulb at the end that it can jam up its holes.
Oh, like an anal bead.
I was about to
finger.
Yeah. Exactly. I was about to say it's kind of like an anal bead.
Oh yeah.
When it pops out, and you get that kind of like that anal sensation.
Yeah. The popping.
Popping, the feeling,
like a little turd popping out or something.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the G spot of the alien or the A spot.
The
For an A.
The alien spot.
The A spot, bitch.
What do you think an alien sounds like when it comes? Like that?
Something like that.
Oh, God, okay.
Really aggressive. Depends on the alien species.
That's true.
Without hurt my throat. It's
Yeah.
definitely alien.
Definitely alien.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. It's got to be alien.
Extraterrestrial orgasm.
An ETO.
ETO.
Extraterrestrial.
Hey, what's the
organism.
ETA on the ETO? Oh, pretty soon then. Okay.
Pretty soon. Maybe like, less than 30 seconds?
Oh, it's happening right now.
Oh.
People, we've peaked.
It is occurring. The flagell sac is opened. I imagine that's some form of...
My organs are moving into position.
Oh, yeah. The Futurama, the Omicromians.
I am ruler of the planet Omicron Persei 8. Can I crash on your couch?
What an intro for such a lowly request.
I know, right?
I am Lur. You should have said former ruler.
He was not technically ruler, though. He was just kicked out by his wife because she was pissed off at him.
Can the queen do that?
In this world, yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
It seems as though they have equal sway.
Oh.
If I had to guess.
Because queen was essentially just a title. I mean, she had no power, essentially, right?
Well,
if it was a king and queen, right?
I feel like Omicron Persea 8 is more of a merit-based society, where it's like, it's not so much like gender specific.
It's hard to break out of that mindset because that's what humanity is.
They're very egalitarian. These large brown colon-looking shits. They look like the inside of the human colon. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like a tube, like those little...
Mm-hmm. The ridges, the
ridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The colonic wall.
The colon. Just another brick in the colonic wall. Pink Floyd. More like Stink Floyd.
Hey, tumor. Leave that colon alone.
Leave that colon alone. We're Stink Floyd.
We're Stink Floyd.
We're going to perform a new song for you. Another dick in the hole. I mean, another brick in the wall.
Another brick in the wall.
I was thinking of the we're workshopping another song.
Yeah,
I got distracted.
Or Stink Floyd.
All the drugs and whatnot.
What about Piss Floyd? They just do stuff about like the
Piss
dick
Floyd?
and urinary system.
I guess so. Piss Floyd. Well, I'm trying to think of how.
I'm experiencing an infarct in my right kidney. Like Dad.
What was that one thing? Shit.
Yeah, our dad has 1 2/3 of a kidney. There's a third of one of his died. I just don't remember which one.
And the shit is eclipsed by the pin. What? That song by Piss Floyd?
Oh, yeah.
Eclipse?
I forgot, yeah.
Brain damage. And there's stain damage. Because they pissed all over the place. And shat.
Okay.
And they had a shag carpet too because it was the 70s.
Imagine
shitting on a 70s style shag carpet and getting that.
That shit would be really in those fibers.
All those little flecks of fecal matter.
Oh, Christ.
Fucked up in the fibers.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm just plain horrified at the moment.
Yep. Breaking news. I've gotten chills down my spine at the thought of a human shit being caked into the floor of a 70s style shag carpet, which at this point would be nearing 50 years old. It was never properly cleaned. So you just get those little crusty old remnants of 50-year-old human shit.
Now, let me ask you a question based on what you've told me.
Have
you ever seen a person shit into a hole in their floor through their house?
A toilet is like a fancy hole.
Yeah, but I mean, like just like a hole in the floor.
An actual hole? No.
Yeah,
why?
Like someone just squatting over it and just pumping one out.
No.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that before. Yeah.
They have a shithole?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
this house is a shithole.
There was lots of holes in that floor.
Well, what do they do? Like at a certain point, the shit starts to kind of like crawl out of the hole. The hole is over encumbered with feces, and then you have to jam it back down.
Well, I mean,
does it make like a
climb?
Does he smush it back down?
It dries and it hardens, and then you get like a shit mountain. You just climb to the top of shit mountain and just keep making it bigger.
That's gotta smell.
It's gotta smell bad. Yeah. No, it did. It was real bad.
Why was that a thing? Why did they do that?
Because their floor was caving in, and she was on meth.
Meth?
Yep.
God damn.
Yep.
Come on, people.
Meth.
You're better than this.
This was quite a while ago.
We're better than this, right? We're better than being doped up on crystal meth and shitting into a hole in our caving-in foundation. Please tell me, as a species, we've evolved beyond this.
I'm sorry to tell you, but no. That has happened.
I guess we just end it now, then.
Well, it's just time to end.
This is the peak of human achievement.
Well done.
Shitting into a hole in the floor.
We've done it.
High on noxious chemicals.
By golly, we have done it.
It's just disappointing. I'm disappointed in that person for shitting in their floor.
I am too.
I mean, I'm disappointed in the meth as well, but mostly just like squatting down and shitting into a hole in your floor. I mean,
yeah.
What does that have to come to? You have a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you use the toilet?
Their water was off.
Their water was off.
Mm-hmm. Their water was off.
Why? Issue?
No.
Was it like a...
No, yeah, the city turned it off. Presumably because they could not pay. Presumably because they kept trying to... They needed to buy meth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sucks.
Also, though...
Addiction sucks.
Addiction does suck. But I also think... I don't know. I think it's the concept of paying for water is kind of wrong.
I understand that. I get it.
I think that should be provided. I think there's certain things that should be inalienable. Like the right to live in somewhere where it is comfortable for you. The right to eat food.
Mm-hmm.
The right to drink water.
Mm-hmm.
The right to have some sort of clothing to cover up your dignity. You know, your nuts, your cock, your labia, what have you. You need to cover up those things. But I think the fact that you have to pay for those basic essentials is just kind of bullshit.
Here, I have a slightly different take. I don't mind paying for some of these things, but I don't know why we're paying so much.
Well, yeah,
it's greed.
It is.
Why does one T-shirt cost $50? Why?
Let me ask you this, Mike. Why can someone get on stage and shake their ass and lip sync into a mic for millions of dollars a year?
I wish I could do that.
When someone can actually go out and save people's lives and make less than $40,000 a year.
Oh, you looking at me? I'll take the credit. No.
Anyone, really.
No, I
anyone that actually helps people. That
I have no hero complex.
Contributes to society in some way. They just get fucked.
Yeah. Actually doing something. You have a job that contributes to society. I have a job that contributes to society.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. In some way, we are contributing to, if not to a person, then we're contributing to like our local and
I'll tell you why I don't make
other economies.
I have a hairy, smelly asshole that can't undulate properly, and I can't sing. That's the long and the short of it. I'm not an attractive woman. My asshole is hairy and smelly, and I can't sing.
Okay. That's very honest. I love honesty. Believe me.
Believe me. Lots of people tell me I'm very honest.
Believe me.
I have many people who have lots of money behind me, and they know exactly what they're talking about.
Believe me.
This can be the greatest bunch of billionaires you've ever seen.
Wow.
Okay.
Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump.
I'm a lame duck president. As long as they don't amend the Constitution to allow me to run for a third time. That'd be crazy. I have a lot of campaign money that I'm assuming I can't use for myself, but I'm not sure about the logistics, the specifics of that. They haven't told me. I don't think I can use it for myself, but I'm not sure.
But I'm not sure.
He actually said that, though.
Did he
recently,
really?
Talking about campaign things for like a next run. I'm assuming I can't use them for myself, but I don't know for sure.
The next run? What does he mean? Is he actually gearing up for a third term?
I don't know if he'd try to. I don't think he won't be able to.
Right?
My guess is he'll die before the end of his next 4 years.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh. He is a pretty healthy person.
Very. He's orange.
He is orange.
I'm going to attribute that to Trumpian jaundice.
Trumpian jaundice. I was going to say Addison's disease, but
Addison's disease. Oh, no, JFK had that, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that can turn you more of like a bronzy color.
He was also unhealthy. The difference is Donald Trump looks unhealthy and JFK looked healthy.
He did.
Difference between them.
Yeah.
30 years and the fact that
he wore his health differently.
Oh, yeah. He's a fat ass.
And his ass is actually fat.
His ass is fat.
P-H-A-T. Hat.
Look at that pat ass, motherfucker.
But now everyone wants to say gat instead of fat ass.
Look at that motherfucking gat on that goddamn down Trump. Whoever knew Trump had that kind of gat game, motherfucker.
And he's surrounded by Gen Alpha all day, so he gets the slang more than I do.
His White House, I think his press secretary, I don't remember her name, but she's like 27, 28.
Really?
He elected her. Yeah, he chose her. I don't know. I really don't know anymore.
I'm not sure.
I try to pretend that I do, but I don't. I haven't the faintest fucking clue, mate.
Things are just kind of happening, and we're all here for it for a minute. Even the government's trying to figure out what's going on.
I'll jam my fingers in whatever hole feels best at the time. If I need to plug my ears to not hear something, by golly. If I have to cover my eyes to not see something,
do it with your shit-stained fingers.
If I have to jam my asshole with my fingers to not let the government rape me with their bullshit, then I'll do it. You know, whatever hole needs to be protected at the time, I can handle.
My hole is loose and scarred from years of being a paramedic.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Probably jammed it right there. No lube. No consent.
No, none. Mm-mm. Well,
I mean, went to town.
Consent in the way that I did show up for work to do a job, but boy, did they ever make me do that job.
I bet they did. But they made you do it real good.
Very, very well.
I guess you could say we're thrust into that position. Yeah.
Quickly and over again.
I suppose things got kind of hairy, huh?
Truth be told, the hair burned off because of the friction.
Jesus Christ.
I told you there was no lube, mate.
That was an anal assault for the ages. AAA.
An anal assault for the ages. AAA. Yeah.
I think that's every job.
Abdominal aortic or aneurysm.
Every new job you get is a AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an anal assault for the ages.
Yeah, pretty much. They throw so much information at you so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my job
You're supposed to remember all this shit the first day. I mean, come on.
I know that it's kind of crazy. It's like my job is kind of the same wherever I go, but each company can be run very different, you know?
Different strategies of handling things.
Yeah, exactly.
General premise of helping people. Like the medicinal aspect, I'm assuming obviously it's the same.
For the most part, there might be some different like dosages, but the medications are the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So like every like ambulance company or like, what would it be called? What do they call themselves?
Yeah, like ambulance companies. Yeah, ambulance services.
Ambulance services?
Yeah.
So they all have like specific drugs they use in certain situations, but like different dosages or different brands of the same class of medication?
No, so the medications are fairly typically standard. We carry a lot of basic like generic medications, but some are special because they're IV medications.
Okay.
And it works a little bit differently here in Michigan than it did in Georgia. Here in Michigan, protocols are more local to the general region, and the ambulance services adhere to them. However, in Georgia, each ambulance service had its own set of protocols.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So each medical director set protocols for the ambulance service, and it generally just depended on how generous or how strict the medical director was, and how badly they wanted to protect their license, and how much faith they actually had in their employees and crews to do their jobs correctly.
Oh.
If there had typically been a lot of mistakes, then the medical director would wise up and write stricter protocols that required a lot of pain and effort to really get anything done.
I see. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
works better here. I like Michigan.
That's good. I think overall I like Michigan a lot more than Georgia.
It's cheaper anyway, at least where we are.
It's cheaper. I don't know. I feel like some of the programs, some things they have are...
Oh, yeah.
They're more human.
Yeah.
They're less like... I don't know.
My daughter's getting speech therapy for free here in Michigan. In Georgia, it went through my insurance, and then I had to pay out of pocket.
How much were they charging?
Each session was about $200. Insurance would cover about $120, $130, and then I would have been stuck with about $70 had I have not been approved for some form of financial government assistance.
It's free here.
It is completely free here. They don't even care about insurance. I asked when I first got here, I was like, do you guys need my insurance card? And they were like, what would we need that for? And I was like, okay.
We lived in the shithole South where they feel like, human rights and things like that are just kind of suggestions. And they're not very important. So. Wow. You have to understand the Bible is very different.
Give us a good, what's her name?
Oh.
Big Mouth. Lola.
Oh, Lola?
Yeah, give us a good Lola.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. Whatever you were just talking about with, like, kind of like sarcastic, not like sarcastic, but like, talking about the shithole South. I don't know. You don't.
God damn it! Oh no,
no, because it was more relevant when it was happening. But now it would just be you saying it for the sake of you saying it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do see what you're saying.
Okay.
I have to do it perfectly because I feel like if I don't do it perfectly, people are going to judge me for not doing a good Lola.
We don't care.
Do we care?
We're not supposed to care. We're supposed to be the one who break the boundaries and not care.
Yeah.
But you do you. You do you.
I'm trying to do me.
I'm trying to do me.
I'll do myself later.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Not during the podcast, so that's inappropriate.
Oh, that is inappropriate.
I'll wait till after.
Boy, oh boy, would that ever be uncomfortable for me sitting here.
I can imagine. Don't worry, everyone.
Yeah.
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 What else should we talk about?
I don't know. You want to...
Trying to think.
You want to talk about anything specific? You got something specific in your mind? We've uncovered and unpacked a lot of different topics
We
today.
have. It's Thursday.
It is Thursday.
It's almost Friday, thank God. I feel like we're probably not very far into the podcast yet, are we?
We're in. It's an hour right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Time to end it, folks.
We're done.
See ya.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
These people have to hear me blather on about horrible things that I don't know about.
You guys want to hear what it would sound like if I just bit into the microphone?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
God, shit.
I can't think of anything else. I really, really can't.
I'm running out of topics.
Well, guys, I think it's time to close out here.
This might be when we seal the deal.
We are going to seal the deal here, folks. Thanks for stopping by at, this.
We'll seal the ending of the podcast with platitudes and pleasantries.
Yes. Good day.
And later I'll seal my asshole with my finger. So.
Christ. Okay. Hey, that's that, everybody. It's been stated. All right. Holy hell. Have a good one.
Farewell.
Farewell. Farewell. Yep.
Lovely talking to you, as always.
Mm-hmm.
Get well.
Bye.
Stay good. I'm sorry.
And go visit your mother. She's lonely.
She wants to talk to you. She's been trying to call you.
Yeah. You just keep blowing her off.
You've left her on red so many times. You haven't been returning her calls. Your mom is in advanced age. What if the next time you actually deign to speak with her, she keels over?
Yeah.
Her heart gives out, motherfucker. You need to think about these things.
Yeah.
She's frail. She's on the verge.
Now's the time, man.
Enjoy the time you have, because it's limited, dude.
Yep. All right. Stay sexy.